YouTubes, welcome to Development, and this is my 192nd weekly update. Where to start? Let's see. I guess first things first, slight update on my knee situation. Still feeling a little bit oogie, let's just put it that way, but everything is getting better. This week I decided that I would mix up my squat routine just a little bit, and I took it upon myself to just do a lot of volume on Tuesday, which was my first squat day of the week, and decided to just do an easy 4 sets of 10. Easy, right? For a fat guy like me, 4 sets of 10 is really hard. Most of it is mental, and the other part of it is actually my fat ass just not being able to breathe. That's part of me training in mostly powerlifting styles, not doing a lot of high reps. Once I get to the working reps, basically, I'll use the bar for 10. The bar starts at 135, by the way. For like squats, bench, deadlift, and then on bench and deadlift, I'll use 225 and warm up with 10 for that as well. 10's a nice round number. Usually on bench I hit like 13 on 135, because bench is one of my, I'd say of the big three, it's my best one in terms of like pound for pound strength. Maybe not pound for pound strength, how do I put it? It's the best movement I have. It just feels natural to me, and I tend to be able to just do it easily without really messing my form up too much, even at the higher weights. So, plus there's always that first rep is always like, ugh. It's usually not till I get around 240s that I start to finally feel my shoulders and chest opening up right, and everything feels a little bit better. Movement without pain, let's put it that way. So I did 4 sets of 10 at a very lightweight, just 225, and that fucking kicked my ass. I mean, honestly, set 3 wasn't that bad. Everything was moving just right. The actual form was really good. And then set 4 was just like, Jesus Christ, by rep 8, I'm just like, why am I even doing this? This really sucks. And my entire, from basically my hips down, starting yesterday on Thursday, was just like, fuck you, bro. And so then I squatted again, and benched been really good. Hit 310 the other day. Nice and mild assistance, so I would say my new max is definitely 305. I'd say I could probably get that pretty easy. So that's moving up real good. The question that came up is, where do I want to stop on bench? Because I need to focus more on like overhead. And I'm using bench as almost like an accessory to overhead, just to work on my lockout strength and my tricep strength. Plus, if I'm doing like a log, I can sort of lay back and do it. You almost have to, in a sense, when you're doing a log, because it's just so large. The center is like, out here, so you got to kind of lean back to get the center where you need it. So it's a really good assistance movement for that. And so I'm thinking when I get around 350, 360 is when I'll move my focus more towards the overhead specific training, and sort of maybe only like bench like once a week, just as sort of a maintenance thing, and continue pushing, doing pressing at least 3 times a week like I am now. That'll happen when this program changes, because right now I'm just starting to reap the benefits of this program that I wrote. Let's see, what else is there? So yeah, bench is doing good. So then I came in on Thursday, which is yesterday, and I was like, I'll do some squats. I'll do high volume again. I'll just do another 4 sets of 10 and just bump it up by, 5 pounds. Had 135 on there, and I was like, this isn't hell. The weight doesn't feel like anything on my back. Form is okay. And then I put 235 on my back, and when I got to my 3rd rep, I was like, you know what? I think I'll just go heavy today, because I haven't gone heavy in a while. So the back down was real. Went 275, hit it for 2, 315 for 1, real easy single, 335, another easy single, and I was like, well, I haven't hit 345 in a while, so let me just do that. Put 345 on there. I did it, but depth was questionable. Even I was like, I don't know, I probably should have gone a little lower with that, but that's the heaviest weight I've had on my back in a while, and squatted, so that makes me feel good, ever since the knee started giving me trouble, that is. And it's been feeling great. Had to modify my squat stance just a little more narrow on the heels, a little less pointed out on the toes, and since my ankle flexibility is hilariously bad. It's been a work in progress. So we're just going to keep working at that and getting better at that. Squats will always be a big part of my programming, regardless of where anything goes, because I am of that camp that believes that it's the best exercise, period. For building overall strength. And I could do a video on it. I could do 100 videos on it, but everybody's done 100 videos on why the squat's the best, one of, if not the best. Maybe second only to the deadlift in certain camps. And speaking of deadlifts, pulled deadlifts today. I have taken it upon myself that I want to move away from straps just a little bit. Just because I felt myself getting a little too dependent on them. It would get to the point where I would get to my heavy ones, 400 plus, and I would start using the straps. And I said, well, if you're going to do hook grip, why don't you just do hook grip? You can always pull out the straps, and it's not like straps are like... To say they're not a skill would be lying, but to say they're a skill would also be sort of an injustice, because you can put straps on at any moment and use them properly as long as you know how to use them properly. You don't really have to practice with straps to be able to pull with them, because as long as you're doing double overhand, it's the same thing. You just don't have to grip it as hard. That's really the only difference. You still have to grip, but just not as hard. So did hook grip. Did not pull a hook grip PR, because I think I've pulled 425 with hook grip before. If not, it's the same PR, but I got 415 today. And felt good, felt smooth, back felt real strong the whole time. And then dropped back down and did like 2 sets of 2 at 335, 335. I could have pulled more, but I, again, didn't want to use straps, and my thumbs were just killing me. I ended up actually pulling like 2 of those reps with just like double overhand, because I was just like, fuck. Thumbs were just killing me. And let's see, last Saturday I did the log. I don't remember how it went, so it probably didn't go well, but it also didn't go bad, which is fine by me. I'll take that. Yeah. New pro tip, I've actually started writing down my actual goddamn numbers again, because I'm an idiot and haven't been doing it for probably the last 3 to 4 months, just been kind of keeping it all in my head. And now it's kind of the point where I'm just like, wait, how much did I do last time? And it's like, well, if you're not writing it down, you're just fucking around. So I'm very serious about trying to get some of my numbers up. Squat is just about the only exercise I'm not concerned wholeheartedly with getting the numbers super high again. I'd like to hit 400 before the end of the year. I think that's something I could definitely do. But with the whole sort of rehabbing my shit, that threw a bit of a wrench in the machine, and it's not really my main focus right now, and I don't want it to detract from my ability to press, bench, or deadlift, which are the ones I need to go up. But squats will basically help deadlifts, for sure. And, I could see it helping my push press a little bit. So, they'll always be a part of it. I just need to balance it. That's all there is to it. So be sure to write your shit down. And be sure to balance your training and have specific goals and understand you can't do everything all at the same time. You can to an extent, but if you're focused on a specific thing that's just lacking, you're going to have to focus more on that, and that means other things are going to get detracted, That's all there is to it. So if you're not writing down, and you're not understanding balance, and I don't mean like standing on a Bosu ball, then what's your excuse?